Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone. Hello.
Hello.
So today,
My name is Hilda. Febriani.
okay, and my name is Gifany Azizanti. So today we are going to present to you about discovery and inquiry learning. Before, we are from group 4 and we are from 4C and English Education Study Program Pakuan University. So check it out. The first will be presented by Hilda.
Yes. Okay, I'm Hilda. I want to presentation the point of introduction. So this the paper the title about of discovery and inquiry learning. Okay. Discovery and inquiry learning model is a combination of discovery and inquiry model that by Amin and 1979. Okay. Use the term discovery and inquiry expert are divided into two opinions, namely, okay. The first, the term discovery and inquiry can be interpreted with the same intent and used interchangeable or bad at once. Okay, the second, the term discovery, a term it generally refers to the same sense of with inquiry. It basically contains difference with inquiry. Okay, that's based on definition of learning discovery inquiry. But can be conclude that discovery inquiry learning is learning that like the problem solving process. So student must explore previous information in uh, order to determine the concept of following the educator's interaction in the form of question lead to achievement of learning objective. So next slide. Sorry. So the next point of inquiry can be conducted when the following conditions are met. Okay. The teacher must carefully select relevant issue to be present to the class or personal research from such subject challenge students of problematic and according to student for a reason. Uh, I think the main this point, the teacher must choose one of issue to the class that can be challenged to students, but also and according to student forward of reason. Okay. So next, teacher must be have skill to developing a student learning motivation and creating a the teacher must be has skill to give uh, all of the motivation to students. So there is a facility and learning research. Of course, the learning must be there are facility. So the freedom of the student to reason, to crave, and to discuss. And last, the church do not interfere and intervention with student activities. So the next slide. Sorry, Annie. Annie, sorry, can you hear? Okay, thank you, Annie. So, okay, therefore, this models title for learning materials topic that have the following characteristics. There was requires and contract concentration of the mind. Okay, the main point, I think to remember and renounce all the rules that achieve and must be made. For example, in English, learn simple present tense. Yeah. Mm. Next requires interaction and collaboration between learners and educators and between students in understanding the process in the discovery of concepts. For example, science science class struck the practicum to distinguish the type of lens. It has a relationship with the environment and social. For example, social class studying natural research. Uh, Okay. Next, materials that have any theories and formulas. For example, mathematics, determining profit or loss by social arithmetic. Without an understanding of theories and formula, learners will have difficulty in applying formula in daily life. Yeah. So inside the learning activity occurs to process of transmission and transformation um, of the experience student according to the applicable curriculum. And the last point is one solution to the problem is to improve the quality learning that is adapted to the demands of um, the first 21st century development. Among them is by running approach that can improve learners to think high or thinking or other thinking. This high level of thinking ability is one of the important components in the learning process that must be owned by each student, namely the ability to solve problem solving, critical thinking, and creative thinking, reason, reasoning, and decision making. One of the learning models that can improve high high order thinking is this discovery in career learning. Then thank you and now time is your.
Okay, thank you, Hilda. So next is teachers and students' role in the discovery and inquiry learning. For doing this activity, teachers and students have a role. So the first is the role of teachers. The role of teachers have a point again, and the first is creating an atmosphere. Sorry. The first is creating an atmosphere. In the class, a teacher should to make an atmosphere to be interesting, to be fun, so the so the students will interact with with this class with the class. They feel free to exploration in discovery and problem solving. And the second is the teacher as a facilitator in research. The teacher is a facilitator in research. It means the teacher, when they do research, when the students do activity, the teacher should in there because they are as they because the teacher as a facilitator. When the students have confused with the problem or have a problem with the research, they can ask to the teacher for the advice. And the next is the teacher as a discussion partner. Same with before. Teacher can ask a discussion partners. the students when they do the activity, when they do a research, they can ask to the teacher. They can discuss with the teacher what will happen next, what is better to the solve the problems. And the last is research advisors. Research advisors. The teacher is a research advisor. When when the students, when they do the research, then they have a problem. They have confused about plan A or plan B. They confused what should they do. They can ask to the teacher, because teacher as a research advisor, teacher can give you advice, the best advice to you about the research. And the next is, sorry, the student's role. Next is student's role. The students have a role in discovery and inquiry learning. The first is take practice and devising alternatives. As Hilda said, if the students is center in here in this learning, student as center, so all activity is doing by students. So students will to take practice and devising alternative. The next is actively seeking information and learning resource. As I said before, students is center in this learning. So students should seeking information, should be more active than a teacher. They should to seeking information alone, and no, not alone, with their group, and learning resource, and seeking learning resource. Not all resource by a teacher. So the students can have free to seeking information and learning resource in anything resource. And the next is deduce and data analysis. When they have information and learning resource for the observation, they can deduce and analyze data they have. When they have data, they can analyze it and they can deduce what conclusion from their observation. And the next is exploring to solve problems. When they have, it means when they have what else? When they have results. No, no. When they have problems and they can solve these problems, they should to explore what will happen next. So when when it happens in not like their mind, they should to seeking alternative problems, and they should explore. They should to make a plan A, plan B, like that. And the next is look for an alternative problems in case of a stalemate. When they find a stalemate, so they should to looking for an alternative problem. They should to looking for an alternative plan, because actually all problem is have a solved problem. So when they tired and stalemate and find a stalemate, they can looking for an alternative problem, and and they can ask to the teacher for this. That's all. But they should to still active in this research, in this observation. The next is technique. Next is technique. According to Muhammad Amin in 1979 for 15, that developing the ability from discovery inquiry on students through teaching science can done with such activities as guided discovery inquiry, free discovery inquiry, modified free discovery inquiry, inquiry approach, and pictorial riddle. What is it? The first is guided discovery inquiry. Guided discovery inquiry is one development of the discovery inquiry. It is ability on student through science instruction. So it can describe by an activity guided activity in the laboratory. Um, it means can the teacher. It means its use is used when they do activity in the laboratory and the teacher provide guidance or surveillance clue to students. A part planning is created by teachers. Not all not all planning by students, but a part planning is created by teachers. It can be inferred guided discovery inquiry is the study of discovery in which problem is given by teachers. So teachers have hands or uh, have have a hands in their in their in their observation or in their discovery. And the next is free discovery inquiry. Free discovery inquiry is a learning activity, is a study activity that gives students freedom to determine its own problems. So all research doing by students, not all by not from a teacher. All doing by students. Like search a problem, see concepts, and design experiments to see conclusions. It's all by students. The teacher only as a friend. They they do to learn when it's necessary as applies to us. So here teacher just only for friends in discussion. So they can work if the student asks to him. Okay. But usually free discovery inquiry not running well because students still need guidance. So it means guided discovery inquiry it more better than free discovery inquiry. The next is modified free discovery inquiry. It is same with free discovery inquiry, but the difference is problem given by the teacher. So only problem, only the title. I think the title, the problem what they research, what they observation, it is by a teacher, by a teacher. Hmm. In this learning, in the modified free discovery inquiry, the teacher is through the observation, exploration, or research procedures to obtain answer, and the students, oh, modified free discovery inquiry. This is for modified free discovery inquiry, all by teacher, like problem, observation, exploration, or research procedures to obtain answers, and all by the teacher. And the students only to solve problems in group or individual work. It means it can means like students only make a conclusion for problem solving from the problem solving. Next is inquiry role approach. Inquiry role approach. It is a teaching process that involves students in a team of 4 members, each to crack inquiry. Each team a member given a role. So each team have a role. The first is team coordinator. The second is technical advisor. The third is a data recorder, and the fourth is evaluator process. Every team has each one job task. and the team members describe with the job desk in the team members. It describes the role above, working together and to solve problems related to the topic in a proof. For example, it likes a family. There is a father as head of family, and mom as a treasurer, and children they have they have each job test in different job tests, and it describe they have working together and to solve problems. The the last is pictorial riddle. Learning by pictorial riddle is one of techniques or methods to develop motivation and students' interest in a small and large group discussion. It is usually used in the class when the teacher make a small or large group, and then they will make a riddle like they will make a picture in the whiteboard. So they will ask a question to the like a game, riddle like a game. It is a game, and it will practice students for their understanding and their when if they can answer, it can make students problem solving and together working together, and it will make the interest with the subject, with the topic. The next is the extensive procedures for learning on discovery according to Saiful Bahri and Aswan Zain. It is stimulation, problem statement, data collection, data processing, verification or authentication, and the last, generalization. Sorry. Okay. The first is stimulation. It is when the teacher start asking by asking question or getting learners to read or listen to message that make problems. So it means teacher will stimulate the student with some question, with a question. It can make students interest what the message the student asks, and it makes student interest with the topic. What is that? And I'm very interested with that. I want to answer this question. The next is problem statement. Problem statement is allow student to identify various issues. Have the student should to identify from various issue. And this next is data collection. Data collection is accumulating various relevant information, reading literature, observing objects, interview with research person, or trial alone and others by students. Data collection is data from have accumulating by students, and it is many resource students have collect. And then is data processing. Data processing. If the students have data, they should to process. They should to infiltration, classification, and bugging event data calculated at certain level. So the student should to filter and should to classify about the data, what they need and not. The next is verification or authentication. If they has a classified data, they have a processed data, they should do verification with their hypothesis or statements before they have been formulated based on the processing of existing information. It means if they have processed data, they show to verification and with the hypothesis they have before, they make before. And next is generalization. If they have to what they have to verification, if they have to verification and they have verification results, and based on verification results, the students arrive at specific conclusions or a generalization. So they can deduce the conclusion after they have a they have verification data. Okay, next. The next is assessment. To assess students' ability, do not waiting until the end to evaluate the students, but do that early. So from this statement, it means discovery and inquiry learning use formative assessment. Use formative assessment. Because the goal of this assessment is to ensure that students' understanding. Because in the that is not getting what apa sih because in the formative assessment is due in the early and in the early and the middle, not in the last semester, not. But this assessment have formally and informally. And then informally, only to get the students' understanding, to knowing about students' understanding, and for formally to get a grade. So assess informally through, for example, informally through observation, questioning techniques, small and large group work, think, pair, share, and strategies. And for formally, for example, through quizzes and project performance. It is like we do currently. We we it before we present this learning, this topic, we have research about this topic about we have research we learn about discovery and inquiry learning. So after that we make a paper, and after that we make a we make a PowerPoint and present to you. This is example in real life about discovery and inquiry learning, because we have research, and it is include guided, because the topic from our teacher, our lecturer. Next is critical thinking. Can I explain by Hilda?
Thank you, Annie. You have explained it a lot. The last topic is critical thinking. Based on our understanding, the discovery or inquiry method has the same goal of directing and guiding learners to find their own answer to the problem that have been given. So the method focus on the process of solving problems. The student must explore first information in order to determine the concept itself.
So, in our point of view, this method is related with curriculum 20 and 13, which is using student centers beside teacher centered. This method is better to students memorize because the students do an activity. Actually, if do that, the students will remember for a long time because they feel it, they experience it, and they have the understanding about the concept, so that their left brain will work even better.
Yeah. Okay, the advantage of discovery and inquiry learning is a student can understand the basic concept and make an idea instead of students sitting and work on their own initiatives. The process of learning teaching are more stimulating, helps in remembering the material and implementing it in daily life. So and provides interesting uh, satisfaction. Satisfaction that is sympathize student must be prepared, have ability and the courage to know his uh, surroundings better. Is truly will not work. Have, uh,
Okay.
okay, I think for me enough for this critical thinking. And
Okay, thank you
okay,
for your attention, everyone.
thank you.
See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi
And
wabarakatuh.
also thank you.
Goodbye
And
from
also
us.
thank you for you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, goodbye. See you all.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Please
Okay.